I'm just getting ready to do a month-long feature on North American Cryptids. You know, for Spooky Month. I've got the Halloween bug, Butler. I can smell pumpkin spice in the air.
It feels like Halloween every time you look in the mirror.
You're a bitch, but you're not wrong, Butler. I am rather spooky myself, as are you. But this is the time of year everyone else gets in the mood for it, and I'm getting into it.
Alright, you're getting me hyped. Tell me the name of your spooky series.
I'm calling it the HauntLich American Cryptid Halloween Spooktacular Experience.
Subscribe.
The United States is a hive for cryptids, ghost stories, and unspeakable horrors lurking in the vast, diverse North American landscape. Michigan woods that eat men alive, never to be seen again, dare they venture in only a few feet. Winding networks of caves that coincide perfectly with where people go missing the most. Mysterious sounds in the night heard by rural communities that are so common that the locals have come to barely notice them. In the dead of winter, in the height of the Rocky Mountains, a frozen corpse is gnawed on by a barely human vision of dread. Or at least that's what they say. The USA's got so many fucking monsters, it's a wonder we haven't started taxing them. Wendigo? More like, when to go directly to jail for tax evasion.
Get off the stage.
Enter the Flatwoods Monster, otherwise known as the Braxton County Monster, otherwise known as the Hamina Monster of my pants. Am I right? Look at this vaguely woman-shaped creature. I'm about to misbehave if it's not careful. Awooga! The United States, Braxton County, 1952, West Virginia.
Mama.
3 boys playing at night notice a pulsing red light scream across the sky and crash at a nearby farm. They told their mother, who went with the children to investigate. A young National Guardsman saw a pair of bright red eyes in a tree. Obviously an owl. Of course it was an owl. Everyone's seen an owl. We all know what owls look like. What are you fucking stupid? Until the guardsman illuminated the source of the eyes with his flashlight, revealing a 10-foot tall humanoid creature. The creature had a deep red body and seemed to hover up off the ground. It appeared as though it was wearing a long, flowing dress and a collar that resembled an ace of spades. The creature seemingly surrounded itself with a thick mist, and through this mist, long arms with clawed hands could be vaguely seen. The creature hissed at them and began to slowly glide towards them, the smell of the mist now hitting the group, some of them reporting that it was so foul that it caused them to become nauseous. The man dropped his flashlight, and he, the children, and the mother did the exact thing anyone else would do in this scenario. They fucking bailed. This was the first and last time anyone would lay eyes on the Flatwoods Monster. At least in person, because the Flatwoods Monster became something of a local legend. The story of the monster sighting made local news, then regional, then state, then national. Flatwoods Monster madness swept the nation for like at least one news cycle. Did anyone even realize West Virginia was a state before the Flatwoods Monster? The Flatwoods Monster isn't much of a North American icon when it comes to cryptids. It only ever had one sighting, and the hype was short-lived. In fact, if you live outside of West Virginia, your only exposure to the Flatwoods Monster is most likely through video games, and even then, only a few. The Flatwoods Monster appears in Fallout 76. Here, they follow through with the theory that old Flatwood was a space alien. The dress? Actually a spacesuit. The reason for the glowing, perfectly round head? Obviously a helmet. Fallout 76 actually has a pretty decent version of the Flatwoods Monster. Too bad it's stuck in, Fallout 76. It also appears in Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, showing up as a creature in the Romani Ranch side quest. Old Flatmon also appears as the final boss of a game called Amagon, a side-scroller for the NES, for some reason. So other than some references in some obscure video games nobody's ever heard of, what is the Flatwoods Monster's legacy? I guess there's a Flatwoods Monster movie on Amazon Prime. I'm sure that's not fucking horrendous.
It never happened, and all the questions I get asked and all that, I'd rather just go away.
It's not so much whether they believe it or don't believe about it, it's just accept it.
I guess it's just a documentary, so I guess that's fine. Honestly, I was kind of hoping it was going to be a cheesy horror film. I'm a little disappointed.
It's not a bad movie. What a tragedy. I'm so sad.
Don't patronize me, Butler.
No, I'm trying. Look.
No.
Look, no, look.
Fine, what?
Shut up.
If you go to West Virginia, you'll find some gift shops selling Flatwoods Monster merch. Wait, hold on, go back. Home of the Green Monster? What? Hang on a sec, what's going on here? Yeah, History.com's version of the story says the Flatwoods Monster has, quote, a bloody red body. But hang on, the Wikipedia article on the Flatwoods Monster says the creature had a dark black or green body, and the Braxton County website describes it as having a dark metal dress. But it has this little figurine here with a bright green dress. So, which one is it? Why are they all different? Are the figurines correct, or is History.com correct? Well, I did some patented haunt research, and I came to this. Apparently, the description of the monster being green comes from Fate magazine, one of, if not the longest-running magazine about the paranormal, issued 1 year after the Flatwoods Monster incident. Sources I'm finding describing the eyewitness accounts don't even mention the color, only that the creature's body was a dark metallic dress and that the face was red with orange glowing eyes. So this home of the green monster shit, is it even accurate? Are these stores in West Virginia merchandising a version of the story popularized by a magazine that misquoted the actual event? I can't find any other sources for the green body version of the monster, but apparently this is the version West Virginians have latched onto. Home of the green monster? You mean this guy? I don't think you mean this guy. This guy wasn't green. Look at this fucking article about it. The Skeptic says,
people from West Virginia are panicky, delusional, and prone to hysteria.
The Believer says, I know what a fucking owl looks like, you dick! I suppose that's your fate when your story revolves around only a single sighting. Unlike the Wendigo or even the Jersey Devil, which have multiple sightings and years of legends surrounding them, the Flatwoods Monster is a creature known from a single story and a short-lived media frenzy. To me, there's nothing more American than apple pie, football, and a good old-fashioned story about a monster scaring the bejesus out of a bunch of people and then never being seen again. I don't know. I like the Flatwoods Monster. I think it's neat, but there are more monsters to talk about. Monsters with significantly more lore. Lore you may not know. Join me next time as we talk about the Jersey Devil and discuss its backstory, which you are probably going to be surprised by if you don't know it already. Don't look it up in advance, okay? It'll ruin the surprise, ruin the video. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to me. I'm trying to do a thing here. I'm trying to do a thing with like the October and the monster videos. Just be chill, alright? And don't forget to follow my Twitch channel. Maybe I play a horror game on there. Maybe I get real scared and you laugh and it's all a good time and everyone's having a good time.